Hello, hi, welcome to another Walter Scott Prize for Historical Fiction video 2026. This one is not a review, this is me finding out what the shortlist is and maybe making a couple of predictions before I find out. Now, I believe the shortlist has been announced. I'm sure I got a notification from Instagram, from the Walter Scott Prize account about the shortlist. I haven't checked, I didn't want any spoilers, so I'm hoping it's been released. Let's discuss what could make it. So in the interest of transparency, I have only read half of the long list so far, 6 books. So making predictions, maybe it's only fair that I choose 3 from what I have read, and then maybe 3 from what I haven't read, but I've heard quite a lot about. Firstly, from what I've read, I think The Matchbox Girl has to be there. No doubt it's my winner so far. Secondly, so there's always normally a shorter piece of literary fiction. A couple of years ago we had Absolutely and Forever. Last year we had The Heart in Winter. So if we're carrying on that sort of trend, I would then go for Sea Scraper. It's a short piece of literary fiction, but actually, unlike the last 2 that I've just mentioned, I actually really enjoyed Sea Scraper. So yeah, obviously we've also got Benbecula, which is a shorter piece of fiction, but not as literary. And because of that, the other shorter pieces that I've liked from the last couple of years, like Clear and Benbecula, reminded me slightly of Clear. Obviously completely different stories, but Clear didn't make the shortlist last year either. So, but I'd go for Sea Scraper. So Matchbox Girl, Sea Scraper. And out of the others that I've read, now, I love Venetian Vespers and I would love it to make the shortlist. I'm just trying to take my own subjective opinion out of it and put my objective prize winner judging head on. I just don't know. I really like the story in Venetian Vespers. I loved it. But is it literary enough for the shortlist? And because of that, am I going to pick Boundary Waters? I'm probably going to, yeah, Boundary Waters. Let's Boundary Waters, because it is once again a really good story that I really enjoyed, but a bit more literary. Maybe in some parts too literary for my own taste, but it's still something I really enjoyed. So there's those 3 that I've read. Now, from what I haven't read, there's 2 standouts, which I would expect to be on the list just from the hype that I've heard, and that is Helm and also The Two Roberts. And then picking another one from what I haven't read. See, I've just started Once the Deed is Done, and I'm getting a feeling that could be quite good. Obviously set in the Second World War. We've already got the Matchbox Girl in the Second World War, but the shortlist does love a Second World War story. Quite like The Mayor from Hampshire last year. Once the Deed is Done tells a story from different perspectives, not just different people, but different perspectives of what was going on during the war. Now, this the Once the Deed is Done is set at the end of the war, and we're seeing the aftermath in a little sort of small town in Germany. Could it be that, or The Pretender as well? I've heard quite a bit about. Just because the shortlist loves a Second World War piece of fiction, let's pick Once the Deed is Done. So there's 6 books there. So Matchbox Girl, Sea Scraper, Boundary Waters, The Two Roberts, Helm, and Once the Deed is Done. Did I already mention that? No. There. Now, let's find out. Let's hoping, first of all, that it has been released. So I've got my trusted iPad here. I'm literally haven't even looked on the website, so let's find out. Let's hope the shortlist has been announced. Okay, one's got prize, blah blah blah, 2026 prize. Here we are, shortlist announced. 2026 shortlist, right, here we go. Oh, I've just seen a picture, I don't want to look at the picture. Oh, why do they all have it there? Right. The Pretender by Joe Harkin. Okay. As I said, I was kind of expecting that. I haven't read it. I'm excited to read it, so I'm quite happy to see that there. The Matchbox Girl, Alice Jolly, of course, it had to be there. There was no way it wasn't going to be there. Benbecula. Okay. I'm quite happy about that, but I haven't looked at the rest, but I would imagine that means Sea Scraper isn't there, but then that would quite shock me if Benbecula made it over Sea Scraper. But Benbecula I really liked as well. Once the Deed is Done. Oh, okay. That means one of the ones that I liked isn't making it. What's the ones that I've read? So obviously the Matchbox Girl I said is in there. Sea Scraper hasn't come up yet. Oh, All Boundary Waters or Venetian Vespers. Right, we've got another 2 to go. Let's see what else has made. Sea Scraper. Oh, okay, so we've got 2 pieces of fiction, short fiction. I just had a feeling Sea Scraper had to make it. Oh God, what's going to get the last place? I can't even scroll down. Oh, okay, so it would have to be the 2 Roberts, surely, or Helm. We haven't seen those yet. Right, let's do it. Oh. Oh, we've only got 5 on the shortlist. Okay. Interesting. I was expecting 6. I'm pretty sure that the last few years we've had 6, so like just half the long list, but obviously we've got 5. Okay, 5 shortlist. Okay, I'm just quite in shock just going through. So we got the Pretender, the Matchbox Girl, Benbecula, Once the Deed is Done, Sea Scraper. Okay, that means I'm quite sad about the 2 Roberts and Helm, even though I haven't even read them. Quite surprised about Boundary Waters, although I guess maybe the story wasn't for everyone. Obviously a bit sad about Venetian Vespers, but I just knew, I just didn't think it would be literary enough for the shortlist. But that does mean that I have read 1, 2, 3. So I've read 3. I'm currently reading the 4th, and I have 1 left of the shortlist. So that will be easily done by the time the winner's announced. The winner's going to be the Matchbox Girl, by the way. Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised we've only got the 5 though. I mean, why not have 6? Bit of a shame. Yeah, okay. So that's my reaction to the shortlist. What do you think of the shortlist? What are your thoughts? Have you got any upsets? Anything you wanted to make the shortlist that didn't? Anything that you're happy for to make the shortlist? Anything you're cheering for? The Matchbox Girl. Let me know in the comments. As always, yeah, so that was just a short little video. As I say, I'm currently reading Once the Deed is Done. So far, I'm only 50 pages in, but enjoying it so far. And then I've only got the Pretender to read, I guess. But I'm going to read the rest of the long list as well, and I'll put videos up once I've read each one. And then, yeah, before the winner is announced, I believe, I think I just saw somewhere in June there, I will do a prediction and a ranking video. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.